All right, guys, this is Dave Whichard, Weekend Warrior Podcast. I'm president of FFL Velocity, and today I've got a couple special guests here in the studio in the Charlotte office, and super excited to have my man who I just met today, right? Brand new and a young man, and super sharp. He's got a suit on and everything, right? Ready to talk to us, and that's Melvin Tejada. Tejada?
Yes.
Am I saying that right? Cool.
Yeah.
Say hi.
Hello.
How old are you?
I'm 22.
22. Cool. And you serve in the military, right?
Yes.
Cool. I love that. We're going to come back to that in just a second. And I want to introduce upcoming, will be, Hall of Fame producer, Senior Vice President of FFL Phoenix, and that's Todd Hausberger. He's a machine. Oh, hit the wrong button. There we go. Hey, you get special. There we go.
Nice.
Yeah. Say hi, Todd.
Hello.
Cool. So, Todd, how long you been with us, man?
My first full month was last August.
Okay, cool. So you're senior VP, and what are some things that you're excited about being with FFL looking back? Just tell us a little bit about your background and how you got here and that kind of thing.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
So I was with another company for about 17 years. I was in the insurance industry, and not that I was in a slump or, upset with my upline or, just unhappy for any reason whatsoever.
That's crazy insane. And now, I was just talking to Andrew earlier and sharing a little bit of that with you. It is mind-boggling what you can do here if you just plug in, work hard, and Todd has been very teachable, very coachable from day one. Really has done everything that, if he said, "Hey, Dave, what'd you do?" and he just duplicated that. And the cool thing I was talking earlier, Todd, is you're going to grow exponentially because you're putting in the work. You've got the people, and you may not be where you want to be, but you're going to get there. Because you got talent and you got guys like this. So, Melvin, tell us a little bit about your background, so people know who you are. How old are you? Where are you from? That kind of thing.
Yeah, so I'm 22 years old. I came to this country 4.5 years ago, and I joined the National Guard when I was 17, and I graduated here. I did the last semester of high school in Summerville, South Carolina. Then went straight to the National Guard, completed my AIT, how they call it, Advanced Individual Training, graduated as a combat engineer, and then went to college up in North Carolina A&T. Mm-hmm. And then for the past 3 years, I've been involved in several businesses, most recently in a management company that acquires and does the management services for medical practices, basically. And at the same time, just like a side job, before FFL, I told Todd about it, I was selling above ground pools.
Really?
So I was like a salesman. I've never been a salesman in my life, so I sold above ground pools like for 4 months, April this year, until I called Todd, was it in late July? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I just followed the procedure on how to contact him, and then I just scheduled a call. He was late a couple minutes, but then I got back to him the next day and said, "Hey, I'm in." So that's how I got into FFL.
So so your background, where are you from originally?
Dominican Republic, Santiago.
Okay. And where's your family?
Okay, so my mother's side, they live in Santiago, Dominican Republic. I have a brother there, and my stepsister, one stepsister, and then the other one lives in Paris with their new child. Then I have one sister here in Charleston that lives with my stepmother and my father.
Wow.
So they kind of like spread out.
Yeah, and it's just you, right?
Yeah.
Just you for now, right?
For now.
One day that one comes along, right?
Yeah.
22, though, you're probably just focused on your career.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I've only been doing this like, you see that people say, okay, I'm going to do this part-time. I've been doing this part-time. Because I told Todd I'm focused on, my primary business, and then I'll do this like part-time, right? And just learning and, talking to Todd and other high producers like Adam, I've been, rocking it on the part-time level. So if you do this full-time, it's a no-brainer. So get some, Vicing or something if you don't believe it doesn't work, because the system works.
So how do we get you full-time?
Oh. That's like a talk behind the cameras.
Okay, well, hey, that's fine. This is a good place to ask, that's why. No, but thanks for your service, too. I was in the military as well, so when you said AIT, I know what that means.
Okay.
Yeah, long time ago, way before you even thought of, probably.
Okay.
Yeah, but thank you for your service. And Todd, what is it that you've seen in regards to Melvin, that you've seen that, he's come out of the gates, even part-time? That's pretty cool. What have you found that's been good for him?
Well, man, Melvin has been super coachable, super teachable. Everything that I give to him, everything that I tell him to do, he puts into action. And he will typically call me or one of our other managers before, during, and after, each appointment that he has. So he's always looking to learn, always looking to improve, and always looking to get better. And he takes takes the advice that we give him, and he just runs with it. So he's been incredible on that end.
Yeah, and I love the fact that you said you're part time and you're fine with that. Look, I'm fine with that too. I want you to get what you want out of the business, but I'm just me. That's just how I'm. Like, hey, why would you? You know what I mean? Like, what can we do to make it full time? But I haven't talked to you. So let's talk about that. What are your goals? Like, so you have goals in life, right? Your family's here, whatever. Do you have is there a goal to bring more family here? Is it what are some of the goals that drive you to work so hard? Because you're doing more than one thing. Obviously, you've got the National Guard thing. You've got what other business are you doing? And then this.
Medical practices. So acquiring and doing the management services for medical practices.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have that and Family First Life, and then also National Guard.
Yeah.
What drives you to work so hard?
Well, if I can add value into a project and I can make a bigger impact by just a small commitment or the best I can do, then yeah, I'll definitely do a project like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this project, I'm helping families.
Yeah.
So I'm adding value, and at the same time, I'm adding value to Todd because he has a goal on building his agency so he can help more families, and that's pretty remarkable. So
Right.
why not be part of it?
Have you recruited anybody yet?
No.
Not yet. Probably
Not
will
yet.
though, won't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably will because of this video. You know what? But you inspire me, by the way, and so we would love. I want to help him. Obviously. I think the thing is, like, I listen to you, and I can see you have an entrepreneur attitude, right? Right. Where did that come from?
My mother. Yeah. She's always been an entrepreneur. She's a real estate broker of Keller Williams in Santiago, and she's basically got like her monopoly in that city, basically. But it didn't start like that. She started with Century 21, and then all of a sudden, where she saw that she can go higher, she just said, "Okay, screw that. I'm gonna go start my own business." And she just been pounding that on my head every day since that time. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And see, with integrity, Todd, will be integrity partner one day, I believe. And, I don't know if he's talked to you about that or you, do you know about that?
Yeah.
You do? Okay, cool. So, Todd, what are some of your goals in working with Melvin and helping him do better and things like that? But also your goals for FFL Phoenix and things like that, and things you'd like to share with the folks watching right now?
Yeah, well, I just, my goal with all my agents, not just with Melvin, is to just help them accomplish their goals, whatever their goals are, So whether Melvin wants to stay part-time or whether he wants to go full-time, and we basically had that conversation at the very beginning. I knew what he was coming in, working part-time and stuff, and I said, hey, man, if you want to stay part-time with us, forever, or if you want to stick with us for a couple of years and then go do something else, I mean, I'm cool with that. I'm not going to be pushing you from any angle, But of course, I'm trying to build an agency, so I'd love to have you full-time, just like Dave was saying. But if that's not his goal, then I'm not going to try to force him or pressure him into that, because then it's not his goal,
Right.
So I'm just proud of him for because people his age kind of get a little bit of a bad rap, at times for not being hard workers, and I know that he works really, really hard, and he's just hungry for knowledge, and he wants to grow, and he wants to be better, in this industry and on every level. And then on the Phoenix side of things, my goal was to be board member by the end of this year. I don't think we're going to get there unless Melvin goes full time, So,
hire 100 agents.
No. So so I've kind of lowered that a little bit, and then by the end of the first quarter of next year, hitting board member. But just putting everything that I can in to accomplish that goal and to grow, as quickly as possible and as fast as possible. So help as many people as possible.
Well, and like I said, the one thing you're always really good at is, right, you're very strong in the field and, going to hit a Hall of Fame. And I think, just taking that money and put it back into what you have to do is definitely the answer. What are some things that you'd like to share that could help somebody brand new? Maybe even some things that you talk to him. I don't know. I know Adam's awesome, but is it you dealing direct with him, teaching him more than Adam?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I know he's there for you, but what are some things that you did with him in the beginning? Guy's part-time. He says, hey, I'm willing to put, I don't know how many hours you work in a week.
About 40 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, I love that. Isn't that funny? Part-time, 40 hours. I love this.
Yeah.
Yes.
I work
I
90,
love
so,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I love that because I do too. So
Yeah.
it's like Sean says full-time, like 40. No, that's like half-time. So good job. But yeah, so Todd, what are some things you do with Melvin, who's really working full-time hours compared to like the average people out there?
Yeah.
But here part-time, that you've been able to help him kind of get going and doing well here?
Well, I just with all of our agents and Melvin included, try to plug them into our system. Into the different training calls that we have. Sending over. I've kind of put together a compilation of YouTube videos. Some of my favorites and stuff like that.
Good idea.
So having our new agents, try to get through a good amount of those, especially when they're kind of just getting started.
That's in addition to boot camp?
Oh yeah, of course,
cool,
yeah,
cool.
yeah. So like I have all my agents watch. Dom Rogers,
Great.
calling right before they hit the phones their very first day, and then went over some lead strategies, talking about some offices he could get plugged into and everything like that. So just basically same thing that I tell all my new people, just trying to get them plugged in and trying to get them off the ground as fast as possible. So he was a fast starter for sure, though.
That's great. And Melvin, what are some things that you've seen that just make this simple? It sounds like you're not overthinking anything, right? Am I right there? You just got the lead, started down the phone. Any obstacles you had to overcome, or you just kind of jumped right in?
Whenever I'm in a situation where I couldn't close, I knew it was about me, and then I called Todd, and he just gives me more ammunition. So he just sends me a video. Hey, look at this video. Use that tool next time. And when I use it the next time, it works.
Yeah.
So no doubt about the system. And some of the obstacles, like I said, I was in sales before for a couple of months with the pool company, so I got a rejection a lot. So you're gonna have a lot of rejection if you're new. It's just a numbers game.
Yeah. So how many appointments are you trying to book when you dial?
I'm trying to book 20 when I dial.
Okay. Are
Yeah.
you running weekends, or how are you doing that?
So so like I told Todd,
With your schedules kind of changes, right?
It kind of changes, yes.
Right.
Yes. Because I have, other meetings here and there, so I can put like a set schedule. But when I do dial, starting at 7:30, and my goal is to have 20, right? And most of the time I get around 13, 14, and then I just close probably like, just in the beginning, like 19% or less. Yeah,
Okay.
something like that, 17, 19%. Yeah.
You know that number, huh?
Yeah.
That's good.
Because I run limited appointments, have a limited time here. Yeah.
No. I mean, I love the fact that you know that, though. I don't know that I know that, but Todd probably writes like 100%. No, I'm kidding. But Todd, what's your percentage? Do you even know it?
I don't know it. Like, yeah, I just
Did Todd
run.
ever tell you about what he said for the first dial day? Ask him. Yeah, what'd you say? Tell
I
him.
said that I'm not good on the phones.
Oh yeah, he told me that.
He did tell you? He says, how many calls did you make? He's like, I made like 380 or something. He started dialing on Sunday. But, that's the thing about Todd is he said, hey, if I dial on Sunday, I can get ahead. No one ever really told him that. Like, you know what I told him? Keep being bad on the phone. Right? So as we kind of wrap this up over the next couple minutes, what are some other tips, Todd, that you would give the managers or just people that are trying to grow this business with their new people, especially like in Melvin's case, part-time, who's working full-time hours, basically?
Yeah. Well, and I tell all my new agents this, but not all of them do it, unfortunately. But to call me before, during, and after each appointment that you have, because I contribute a lot of Melvin's success to just doing that. If he didn't do anything else, if he just did that, I would contribute most of his success to that, because I'm able to coach him before he gets to the appointment. I'm able to coach him either in the appointment, or he puts me on speakerphone and uses me as a resource, helping me trying to close with the appointment that he has. And then even after the appointment, just kind of wrapping up, like, okay, maybe we could have done this differently or could have done that differently and stuff. So,
yeah. What did you learn from the phone calls that you're getting, like with him? Like when you call, what happens?
It's like, I don't know if you believe in God, but it's like Jesus talking to me. So he tells me something,
I do believe in God.
and
Absolutely.
and I just You just boom, 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 I just go and just do it, and then and it works most of the time. Yeah.
I'm infallible.
Yeah, it is like just answer the phone. And what are some things that you would tell a new person that's getting started? If you had a few things you wanted to tell them, what would it be about FFL?
Yeah. So FFL is just great supportive system, and just visualize already, closing appointments. And let me say this analogy. When I went to airborne school, I hadn't jumped out of a plane, right? I was kind of nervous, so I just visualized, and it worked out. So just visualize being there, because it's there. You just got to discover whatever you got to discover, but the tools are out there. The system is in place. You just follow the system, follow the steps, you'll make it.
Yeah. Todd, what about you? Anything any advice you would give any new people in addition to that?
Well, and also, over and above with, being in close contact with your upline and stuff, what you see a lot of new people that don't do, and I just had this conversation with one of our new young ladies just yesterday. Her upline is he's going through some personal stuff, a tragedy in his house and stuff like that. So she's directing me, until he kind of gets that all sorted out and stuff. So, and I asked her how plugged in is she? How many training calls she got on? How many YouTube videos has she watched? Has she gone through the new hire training and stuff? She's like, no, I haven't done that. So just trying to plug them in because we just have so many resources here. Yeah. It's just absolutely insane. If you treat this like a business, but you have to look in the mirror if you're not being successful, because it's 100% on you if you're not successful, because all the resources and all the tools are right there at your fingertips.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. So as we wrap this up, Melvin, listen, we're going to do a couple more, but how do they get a hold of you? They want to work with you, man. I mean, you're 22, young guy, sharp, obviously, got a business mind, super excited. They want to work with you, whether in Charleston, wherever it is. How do they get a hold of you?
Yeah. Thank you for setting me up here. Yeah, you can get a hold of me at 480-738-3399. That's 480-738-3399.
Cool, man. Okay. What about you, Todd?
Cell phone is 615-431-9554. And then we're all over Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, either under Todd Hausberger or under Phoenix, Family First Life Phoenix.
Cool, man. Well, listen, thanks for being on, and I'm looking forward to talking to you a little bit more and getting some more information out there for sure. And it's just cool to see you winning right away, and I'm excited to hear a little bit more about how we do get you here full time maybe one day. But at the end of the day, it's cool that you made that step, because I think, like Todd said, whether somebody wants to work part time, full time, whatever they're wanting to get out of this, we want them to get out of it. So. And I love the hard work that you're putting in. I mean, 40 hours, a lot of people think that's full time, and you're saying it's part time. So that's pretty cool. That already tells me you can do whatever you want to do. So,
yep.
And Todd's a great leader. So just keep following him and Adam, those guys. You're going to be successful. So thanks for being on today. So thanks for joining us today. If you could just subscribe, Family First Life Velocity on YouTube. We'd love to have you, and hope this helps you guys. As you can see, no matter how old you are, whether you're pushing 40 or whether you're 22, you can crush this thing. So thanks for being on.